Clancy, it's Miss Partridge here. I'm just going to share with you a little bit of my experience having travelled to Vietnam a couple of times. It's probably my favourite place that I've ever been, and one of the reasons is the great food, but a lot of it was about the history and the culture of the country as well. So, as you can see from the photos, it has a really rich and varied history religiously and as well as politically. This photo with the lanterns is actually from my favorite place, Hoi An, which is in central Vietnam. Often you'll walk along the streets and all of the stalls, the market stalls, all have these beautiful lanterns, as well as they float different light up lanterns down the river, and it's a really beautiful place in the world. I suppose Vietnam for us is starkly different. The way of life and general living conditions vary from what you and I are used to here in Australia. You can see here both the housing and the power lines are quite different, as well as modes of transport. Most people ride motorbikes, if not push bikes. The roads are a little bit crazy. But I suppose it's good for us to remember that people live in very different conditions to us, and housing and even things like power, sometimes we take for granted. One of the big reasons why I wanted to travel to Vietnam the first time was to learn more about the history. The photo in the top right with the barbed wire was actually taken at a museum which looked at the French occupation of Vietnam. And I suppose the long history that Vietnam has had with conflict. The photo of the tank up the top, and you can see a helicopter there as well, was taken from a war museum in Saigon in the south, which looked at I suppose, the Vietnam War from a Vietnamese perspective, which was quite different to what I'd studied, getting a lot of American history. And you can see me there in the middle, running through or about to run through one of the tunnels, which were a really big part of the resistance in the South. So guys, it's a really important part of Clancy Day that we support our charities and our wider community. And Vietnam has a special place in my heart, so I urge you to support the day and enjoy Clancy Day. Thanks, guys.